Toji. It's a little bit hard to see, but I think I'm going to have to. This is the pagoda, the famous Toji pagoda. And around, as you can see, are all the cherry blossoms. Now the problem is not problem, as I said before in a earlier live a couple of days ago. It's actually it's just finished. So it rained really hard last night and earlier today, and blew off a lot of the petals. But also the process, it's you only get like 3 to 4 days mankai or 1 to 2 days for the 100% mankai. And of course, this happened over the weekend on Saturday, Sunday. So today is Tuesday, so just missed it. So you can see a lot of the leaves replacing the blossoms, but it's still pretty. I came here last year too, and I missed it too. But again, it's just all about the timing, right? I mean, if you see it from afar, it looks really nice. But if you go really close, you can see where the leaves have started to replace the flowers. And that's just life. And that's the whole idea of the cherry blossom, right? So bright, so brief. Ichigo, ichie, that it blooms within about a week, and then you got maybe 3 to 4 days mankai, 1 to 2 days for the perfect mankai, and then it's gone. And that's the whole thing about the cherry blossoms and why it symbolizes the samurai, and the idea of Japan is that it's so powerful, right? I mean, the Japanese love their cherry blossoms. I love the cherry blossoms. I guess anybody loves the cherry blossoms. You see a lot of tourists I saw coming from like Sweden and Denmark. They come every year for the cherry blossoms. So really, it's just nice to be here. I came here last year, and again I missed it. But again, you can get some nice photos because the way they have things lit up here, it's really nice. And of course, the pagoda. And I saw in NHK that a lot of visitors, tourists, they like to take cherry blossoms with something Japanese, like the pagoda behind, or maybe a giant Buddha statue or something. And there are not that many spots like that. There's a lot of with temples, but not many like that. And I think it's because that's more of a tourist thing, right? I don't know if Japanese want to be outside with no people. I think that's what they want. Like where I was a couple of days ago in Idecho, I think that's what they're kind of looking at. So anyway, let me take a look at a cherry blossom tree here. Let me grab my backpack. Another good thing is that, excuse me, I had planned to come today because it was raining all day until about 2 p.m. So I'm figuring that, and it was blowing, kind of cold. So I thought, okay, people won't come here tonight because it's wet and they probably think, oh, it's finished. So I came. That was my strategy. Well, at least now, I would say there's a lot of people, but not like last year. Last year, there was a line that was around the temple grounds. And so today, there wasn't any line, came in really quickly. And I see a lot of people, but not like last year. So the strategy did work. And, I see more and more people coming. But I think it's not going to be like last year where I had to wait in line for half an hour. So anyway, I'm going to walk over to the cherry blossoms here. And it's right next to the pagoda here. It's a beautiful pagoda. And you can get an English pamphlet. They give you a Japanese one at the door, but you can exchange it, they told me, inside, and I haven't found the place yet. So, I'm not sure where that is, but you can exchange it for an English pamphlet, they said. I don't know why you have to exchange it, but maybe they're conserving. So I want you to see behind me right here. I'm walking past the cherry blossoms, and you can see, it's at the end already. It's beautiful, but it's at the end. And pretty soon, in another couple of days, all the petals will fall. We look down here on the ground here. All the petals have fallen. This is also really beautiful too, And even when the wind blows and they're falling off the trees, it's something really, really nice. It's something that a lot of people like to see. I like to see, Sometimes you wait for that one photo, right? That you can take with the wind blowing and the cherry blossoms, petals falling. It's really nice. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's great to be here in Toji. I just missed it by a couple of days, as well as the rain and the wind just took its toll on the petals. But the leaves were already coming out, so it was already evolving, right? And then pretty soon, all of these will be covered with just green leaves. And that's the whole idea of the cherry blossom, right? It's a kind of a, excuse me, a rebirth, a kind of a spiritual thing, right? Take a look. Excuse me. So right above me is the pagoda, and there I am in Toji. So for those of you who have not been to Toji, you may want to consider in the future, as well as they have the light up for the fall time too. I came to that last year too. You can see it in the day, you can see it in the night. They have an illumination for fall leaves and sakura. So I guess this is really kind of a big way for the temple to generate income. And they have that big once a month flea market. Like they have antiques, they have all different things for sale. I came in April. Real fun. It's a fun and interesting place. Try all the different foods of Japan. So once a month they have the flea market here at Toji Temple. So if you're interested, that would be something to see too if you can time it. There's another neat one at Kita Temangu in Kyoto too. So and there's another one I can't remember. So if you look it up on Google, I'm sure you can find where they have some really neat like flea markets. Like they call it flea markets, but it's hard to really describe it. They have like foods, Japanese foods. They have antiques. They have everything. It's not a swap meet, but it has part of that. It has new stuff, old stuff, and that's one of the ways that the temples generate income. So the major temples have these flea markets once a month, and it's a lot of fun. My cousin Nelson and Joan, they used to come just for that, just to come and see the antiques, and they would buy antiques and buy them, take them home. So that's something else to do. But anyway, so I just want to just show you Toji Temple, cherry blossoms, a lot of people running around. It's hard to see. You can't see them because they're kind of in the dark. But maybe I'll just do a round here. I hear a lot of foreign languages, so I know that a lot of foreign tourists are here. And like I was saying, just down here on the ground here, I don't know if you can catch this. Oops, 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 oops. Sorry about that. Oops. What happened? Sorry about that. I'm trying to use this gimbal so it doesn't shake, when I think, but I guess it only has so many positions you can take. But I wanted to show you on the ground. It's kind of hard to see, but if you take a look, the petals are beautiful. I think for me today, that's probably one of the nicest things to look at, and it gives you this whole sense of so bright, so brief, right? I use that line a lot. It's like the Ichigo Ichie expression that it's used. Ichigo Ichie, as I said before in other videos, it basically means you will never be at this point in time. You will never have this moment ever again. Even if you're with the same people and you're at the same place, there's always things that are different and things have changed. And so the idea of Ichigo Ichie is to really be in the moment. And that goes to all the different arts of Japan, the Zen arts, the tea ceremony, the ikebana, um, calligraphy, all of those have this idea of being in the moment. It's a very Zen like concept. And that's what it's all about in Japan. And this is the traditional arts. Bonsai, like my friend Masaki is taking bonsai, you can see some people are still wearing masks, uh, it's really up to you. But I would say the majority do not wear masks, at least in the city. But I live out in the country, and I think they're older people that live in the country, and it's more conservative. So a lot of people still wear masks. Like in the supermarket, when I go in, I'm like the only one of the few who are not wearing a mask in the supermarket, right? But here in Kyoto, when you take the train or whatever, like once I get in, it's very few, not few, but I would say older people, maybe 30-40% might wear, but the majority are not wearing masks here in Japan. So, it's again up to you what you feel like. I sometimes wear it when it's rush hour, and because there's still COVID running around, and they had the flu running around, and you know, j- just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna sign off here. One last loop here. There it is. It's nicer from far away, I'm sure. So let's see as I walk back. And you know what's really interesting about Japan? In the really aesthetic places, all the temple grounds, they have like loose gravel. And I guess it's that sound, that crunching gravel, that's supposed to be very, I guess, aesthetically pleasing and really nice. A little bit hard to walk on, but better than concrete, right? So I'm gonna just, here's the spin. I don't know if you can see the people. The people all around me, not close, but all around me. But again, not like last year. Last year it was super, super packed. So I guess that was the right strategy to come um, not today. And, I could at least talk on this live because if last year there was space, but it was so noisy because there are so many people here that you couldn't really hear yourself, right? Here today, it's pretty empty as for Kyoto during Sakura season. Okay, sign it off. I may make one more video, just not showing my face, but showing you the actual scene around here. Okay, signing off here. Catch you on the backside. Thanks for listening.